Hi and welcome to my channel. So today we have a problem, and in this problem we have to convert this first dataset into the second form of dataset. So first let's try to understand the structure of these two datasets, and also let's try to understand how these two datasets are related to each other. So in the first dataset we have customer ID, flight ID, origin and destination. So in this first dataset we have some customers and also their flight IDs and also the origin and destination. That means if you can look into these three highlighted rows, uh, in this customer ID is 1, and for the first row customer ID 1, this customer is going from Delhi to Hyderabad. Now if you can look into the last row, then the same person is going from Hyderabad to Kochi, and then if you can look into the second row, this person is going from Kochi to Mangalore. So if we combine all these three information together, we can say that this person is going from Delhi to Mangalore. The reason is because first he is going from Delhi to Hyderabad, then Hyderabad to Kochi, then Kochi to Mangalore. So his initial origin was Delhi, whereas his final destination was Mangalore. So that is why we have one row for this customer ID 1, and his origin is Delhi and final destination is Mangalore. So now let's look into the customer ID 2. So this customer is going from Mumbai to Varanasi, then Varanasi to Delhi. So indirectly we can also say that this person is going from Mumbai to Delhi. So that is why we have one more row in our output, and in this we have customer ID 2, and he is going from Mumbai to its final destination, which is Delhi. So this is how these two datasets are interrelated, and we want to generate second dataset from this first dataset. So now let's try to understand and see the approach that we will use to solve this problem. So you can see we have the same dataset here, and in this I have highlighted some of the rows in gray. So gray means duplicate. So let's look into the customer ID 1 detail again. So if you can see the first row, which is Delhi Hyderabad, customer ID customer 1 is going from Delhi to Hyderabad. Then if you can look into the third row, he is going from Hyderabad to Kochi. That means this Hyderabad is the destination in the first row, whereas this Hyderabad is the origin in the last row. So that is why this Hyderabad is duplicate. So I have highlighted this Hyderabad in gray color. And again, if you can check, now his destination is Kochi, and from Kochi he is going from Mangalore. So you can see this Kochi is duplicate. So I have again highlighted this in gray color. Now we have two rows. In the first row, origin is not highlighted, whereas in the second row, destination is not highlighted. So for this customer ID 1, we are getting one row in our output, and where the origin is Delhi and the destination is Mangalore. So you can see this in our output. This is why this is in our output. Again, let's look into the record for customer ID 2. So customer ID 2 is going from Mumbai to Varanasi. Then he is going from Varanasi to Delhi, because Varanasi is duplicate, because Dest here we can see Varanasi as destination, and in the second row Varanasi as origin. So Varanasi is duplicate city, so that is why we have highlighted them in gray. Now if we pick non-highlighted row for this customer ID2, we have Mumbai as origin and destination as Delhi. So we can say that this customer ID2 is going from Mumbai to Delhi. So this is our approach. So what we will do in our code is, first we will try to find out the duplicate rows, and then we will remove those duplicate rows, and at the end the rows that are not duplicate will be our origin and destination. So now let's jump into our SAS on demand academy and try to see the solution for this. So here we have the flight dataset, and in this flight dataset we have customer ID, flight ID, origin and destination. So let's run this code and generate our dataset first. Yes, and from this dataset we have to find the origin and final destination for each customer. First, let's try to remove the duplicate rows, and we can do this with proc SQL, and we can say that select customer ID case when origin not in, select destination from flights as B, where A dot customer ID equal to B dot customer ID. Then origin and as origin from flights. So let me run this query first. Okay, we have some issues. Yeah, and the issue is we also have to assign alias to this, and also this destination spelling is wrong, so let's fix this and run this again. Okay, so now we have the origins and we have removed all the duplicate origins. So let's do the same for the destination, and we can copy this query, and this time we can say that where destination is not in origin, and also we have to pick the destination, and let's call this as destination. Let's run this again. Yes, so now you can see we have removed all the duplicate destination and origins, and now we are left with only those values where the origin or the destination is not duplicate for each customer ID. So for example, for this customer ID 1, and we have one more row, last row, uh, this origin was not duplicate, which is Delhi, and also this destination Bangalore was not duplicate, so we have kept only this and this. And also for this customer ID 2, we have kept Mumbai because this is not duplicate, and also this Delhi destination is not duplicate for this customer ID 2, so that is why we have kept only these in our final, in our intermediate table. So after this, what we can do is we have to group the data by customer, right? Because we need the single row for each customer and where we want the destination and origin detail. So if you can see this customer ID 2, for example, uh, this customer ID 2 has Mumbai in the origin, and the next row is blank. Similarly, this customer ID's destination is blank here, whereas the next in the next row, this is Delhi. So by some way, if we can combine these two rows together, and by combining this, we can have single row for this customer ID2 in which origin will be Mumbai and the destination will be Delhi. So we need some way to combine these two rows together. So we'll end up getting the one row where Mumbai and Delhi will be in the same on the same row. Again, if we look into this customer ID 1, so again we have this Delhi and this blank and this blank. So, and also for the destination we have blank blank then Mangalore. So by some way, if we will be able to combine these three rows together, and we will be able to create one single row. So what we will get is we will get for customer ID 1 origin as Delhi and destination as Mangalore. So let's now see how we can do, how we can combine these multiple rows into single rows for each customer ID. So we can do this by saying that select customer ID comma max of, we are picking the maximum of this, right, for each customer. For example, if we pick the maximum from Mumbai and null, we will get the Mumbai, right? And also if we pick the maximum from this null and Delhi, we will get the Delhi, right? So this is how we are picking up the creating the single row for each customer. So let's pick the maximum of origin, and also let's pick the maximum of destination, and we want to pick this from this entire table. And also we need the single row for each customer, so let's group by customer ID. Let's run this. Okay, so now you can see we have the single row for each customer ID, and here we have this origin and this destination. And also let's name them as origin and name this column as destination, so that we can identify which one is origin and which one is destination. And we can do this as origin and as, let's copy this, destination. Let's run this again. Yeah, so this is how we can solve this problem. And by using this case statement in ProgSQL, you can find the maximum, you can you can find the origin and destination, and you can create the final table for this problem. So going forward, I will be posting more questions related to SAS, and we will be doing more challenges in this YouTube channel. So please like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.